Hey guys. This is what we're gonna try out today, and I think
Give it to me like
hello. It's Kat. Welcome back, or welcome to another video on my channel. So today, we're gonna be trying out the glowing nails, the pink Aurora pigment nails, by Kirsty Meakin. So I go about this two different ways. The first way, I kind of do my own thing. And then the second way, I follow her instructions exactly. So we'll go through both, and then we'll take a look at some variations at the end. Okay. So we got our nail tips. These are these. I don't know who these fit, but they definitely don't fit me because I just want to show you. So I'm using these for nail art now. So this is a 0. Those are 0s. This is the biggest nail. Look at this. Like, it practically fits my, look at that. Like, it doesn't, there's no way. Now, if I did half, sure, I could do them and then build the rest. But like, look at that. Okay, it almost fits my fucking, this finger. So, anyways, they're supposed to be full cover tips, I believe. But they're definitely halfers, if you have big nail beds. Otherwise, I'm sure there's other people that these will fit. They just don't fit me as full cover tips, so whatever. Like, that's the one. So again, these are great for small nail beds or halfers, but that's the largest size. Okay, now that we got that frustration out of the way, so I'm going to be using Madame Glam products. I'm going to have my Perfect Black, and then we're going to use Top Secret, which is like a translucent black. You're going to need a little bit of base coat as well, and a matte top coat. Now, I chose this color here for the base. Well, it was a toss-up between this one and this one, but this one had a little bit too, it was more of a purpley tone with shimmer, so I decided to go with like the rosy pink. So first things first, we're going to cover each of our nails in 1 or 2 coats of whatever pink, rosy pink, light pink you prefer. This one I thought would make a good base. And for the first nail, I'm actually going to do, I'm not going to follow her instructions exactly. So this one I tried on my own. I watched her video quickly and then I just kind of went for it. I get really worried about putting pigments on a matte top coat, so I start on a sticky layer for the first one. So I'm going to do some variations of these with different sort of pigment combinations, but the ones that I show on camera are going to be my version of the pink Aurora and then her version of the pink Aurora, and they both look amazing. Okay. Okay, so I'm just putting a little bit of the Perfect Black. So it's a very pigmented black gel polish on my palette here. The first step is to start with a black border. So you need a very opaque, highly pigmented black gel polish. So I started with this Petal Brush, so it's a bit thicker. And what we're going to do here is we are going to paint on a nice border in a very deep black. Okay, so once the border is done, we're going to put a little bit of base coat on our palette as well. And we're going to grab our ombre brush and dip it into the base coat. And just, so the Petal Brush actually helped to make a thicker line. You'll see with the second one, I had to, where I used the liner brush, because that's what Kirsty used. I actually had to kind of double up and triple up to make the line thicker. So the Petal Brush, I think I preferred, because with the ombre brush, you're going to dip it in the base coat and just kind of ombre the edges. Just ombre all of those little edges so that it kind of looks like it's got a fuzzy effect around the whole nail. The other thing I should have mentioned is that you do not cure until you're done that first fuzzy effect. So I did my fuzzy layer with the ombre brush. I then cured. And now I'm going to go in with Top Secret, which is like that translucent black. So it's like a very sheer black. And I'm going to take my Petal Brush and I'm going to go around the edge again. So I dip a little bit into the base coat and then I dip a little bit into the Top Secret, that translucent color. And I'm just going to go over that edge one more time. And then we're going to ombre again. So again, I'm taking my ombre brush and I'm just kind of ombreing that translucent black as well. And then once I'm done this, we're going to cure. So if your outline is not dark enough, because it's happened on some of the other ones that I was doing, I just dip my brush into the Perfect Black and I just keep going around until I get that really nice fuzzy sort of ombre border look. So we're ready to cure and then we're going to use our pigments. Okay, so I grabbed these two variations of pigments. So I went with the exact colors that she used. So starting with a neon pink, which is so nice. I'm just going to use the top here because I can take a lot of pigment from that little top piece. And then we're going to go with a purple. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to just use this top piece here for the pigment on there. So those are the first two colors we're going to play around with. I did choose this brush for my pigments. This is my cool Harry Potter makeup brush. And then I'm not going to matte yet. That will be the second nail I do with the matte. So for this one, this has just been cured. It is out of the lamp. It still has a sticky layer on it. I was worried about doing the pigments into the matte top coat. So we're going to start and we're going to put our pigments right onto the sticky layer of this. And then we'll be back. Okay, so beautiful, vibrant. Really liked how it looked after putting it onto the sticky layer. But once I'm done that, I'm going to now matte top coat the full nail, cure for 2 minutes in my lamp, and then I'm going to go back and I'm going to repeat the process on the matte. And it actually did work on the matte top coat as well. So, but doing it on the sticky layer, I think made it a lot more vibrant to begin with. So I really liked that technique. So here it is out of the lamp and it looks very pretty already. So again, I am going to dip my brush into the pigment and I'm going to smudge it in again over the pink, and then I'm going to do the edges again with the purple so that it kind of looks like it's like glowing or pulsating, or it gives that Aurora effect. And you can do this as many times as you want, matte and then pigment, matte and then pigment, till you get it to how you like it the most. Okay, so it is looking so good. Okay, so I did go over it a few times, but for the sake of the video, I'm going to go into the next step, which is a layer of the translucent black. Now you can use any color jelly. She used like a red. But I'm going to do it a little bit darker, so I went in with the translucent black over the whole nail, and then I'm curing for 2 minutes, cleaning off my brush, and then we will take a look at it out of the lamp. So here's the final nail out of the lamp. It still has a sticky layer from the last coat of gel polish that went on. So now I'm going to finish it off with a matte top coat. So the first nail that I do, I finish it with a matte top coat, and that's it. The second one I do, I try it with a shiny top coat just to see the difference. So, I mean, you can kind of see the effect there, but I really love matte. So we're going to start our first nail. So this is like my, I guess, version with my half backwards technique. We're going to matte it, and then we'll do her version. And there we go. And that's what it looks like. That is the final nail. That's one that I also did, but I kind of screwed up the Aurora glowing effect. So I redo that one again, and you will see it at the end. Okay, so here we go. This is, I'm going to follow her instructions step by step. Okay, so I rewatched the video, and I was like, okay, I'm going to try it. I mean, look, she's an expert. She knows what she's doing. So I'm going to try it exactly the way she did it, just to see the difference in the outcome. And now I'm more confident about, putting the pigment onto the matte top coat. Okay, so again, we're going to put Perfect Black on our palette. We're going to put Top Secret, so that's the translucent black. We're going to put a little bit of base gel, and we're going to start with our border. This time, I'm going to use a different brush for the pigments. I'm going to use a gel brush that I just destroyed, but it's a little thinner, so it gives me a little more control of where the pigments are going. And we're going to start with a liner brush to do our edges. So this took me a little longer than with the Petal Brush, but I was able to be more accurate. It was cleaner. So, I mean, aside from taking longer, I could be much more precise. And I do actually prefer to use the liner brush, but I kind of like the look of the Petal Brush. But I don't know, you be the judge. Do it whichever way you want. And you can kind of see which one looks better, works better for you. Okay, so let's continue on with this. And then we're going to, once I get the border thick enough, and here I'm also a little more precise with just the shape and what it actually looks like on the nail. As I get into my last three, I get even more precise, right? Just because I have a little more control here. And then we're going to get into the ombre. And remember, we're not curing after we do our outline. We're curing after we're done the first ombre. Okay? So we'll be back. Okay, once we're done that, we're going to cure. And then when it comes out of the lamp, we're on to this step, which is our ombre brush. Sorry, I'm choking on something. We're going to dip our ombre brush into the translucent black or the base coat. Here is where I actually dip it into Perfect Black, because my edges, that's another thing the liner brush does. It doesn't, the pigment or the gel doesn't actually, I don't know what it is. The Petal Brush, it stayed, but when I used the liner brush, it kind of started pulling away from the edges, so I had to improvise. Anyways, okay, on to the next step. So once that is cured, we are going to top coat now with a matte top coat, and then we're going to cure in the lamp. And then we will get into our pigments on the matte surface instead of on the sticky layer for this one. So let's see how this one turns out, following Kirsty's instructions step by step. Okay. Here we go. Okay, so this brush, I have a lot more control with it, and I can be more precise, so I'm not messing up the edges. So I'm doing the pigment of the pink in the middle, and then I'm going around the edges in the purple, and you can see it's giving a really cool glowing Aurora effect. I really love this this one already. It's a little bit different, right? There's something about putting the pigment on the sticky layer versus the matte top coat. It actually changes the color. Okay, so we top coated it with a matte top coat. We cured it in the lamp, and then we're going to repeat the process with the pigments and do this as many times as you want until you get the color, the look that you want, that you're happy with. Okay, so I think I do, I don't know, maybe 3 times, because I was just loving this color and how it was turning out. So amazing. And there it is, right? So I'm going to, again, instead of a like red jelly or a purple jelly, I'm going to use the Top Secret, and I'm going to go over the full nail in this, and then we're going to cure that, and then we're going to top it off with a shiny top coat this time. So you can see it kind of darken the color. I still love it, but I also loved it before. So again, the color you choose to go over top will actually change the effect of the pigments and the color of the pigments. So just play around with those. My God, it looks beautiful. It really, I love this color. I love these colors. Okay. So that is cured for 2 minutes in the lamp. So it is sticky. You could go in with another layer of pigment if you want, and then top coat. It just depends how deep you want those colors to be, how bright, how dark. So I am going to top this though with a shiny top coat to finish. And then we're going to take a look at all of them with the different color variations, and see which one we like best when we're done. So cure this for 2 minutes and we'll be back. Okay, and here they are all finished. So I did all 5 nails. Oh my God. They all are a little bit different. So this is the first one I did with a sticky layer. So I did the pigment right onto the sticky layer, that pink, that rose pink. And I used the Petal Brush for the edges on this one. So it does change the color. It does change the color of the pigment. The second one, so this as well, I put the pigment right onto the sticky layer, but I wasn't able to blend the 2 colors as well as I had hoped, but it still looks pretty cool. It just gives a totally different effect to the nail, and I really like it. I love these colors together, so that's my second attempt. Then the third one here, this is the one that I followed Kirsty's instructions to a T, exactly as she did it, with a liner brush for the edges, and I did the pigment right onto the matte top coat versus onto the sticky layer. And then the other difference is, obviously, I top coated it with the shiny top coat. And this, the blend of the pink and the purple, it just, like, so beautiful. And then this one is a redo of that second nail. I'm just cleaning off, there's a little bit of sticky edge to it. So this is the purple and blue Aurora. And I was able to, really meld those colors or mesh those colors together. And this one I did her way, so exactly, with directly on top of the matte top coat, and then I topped it in a shiny top coat. And then for my last nail, I mashed all the colors together, so pink, purple, blue, and it kind of gives this like really cool deep, deep indigo effect. And I topped it, of course, with a shiny top coat. So those are the 5 nails. I love these. I love these so much. The only one that's off is obviously the second one, but it gives a whole different look. So really nice as its own set, but not exactly what we were trying to accomplish. But there you have it. I don't know. Let me know which one is your favorite. Which one do you like the best? Sticky layer or on the matte top coat? So, glowing Aurora Pigment Nails inspired by Kirsty Meakin. We used Perfect Black by Madame Glam for all of our borders, right? Every border was done with the Perfect Black, as well as that translucent black called Top Secret by Madame Glam. And then I used the Meet Across Rose Pink for the actual base, and we used a matte top coat, a shiny top coat, and a little bit of base gel to do our Aurora. Sorry, our ombre around the edges. Our ombre, not Aurora. And there we go. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for stopping by. And I will see you guys next time.